Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the training today on understanding your money professionals. And this is Christine Furtado. Thank you so much for joining this training. I get this question so much. I get asked this quite a bit. So I thought I'd do a mini training on knowing your money professionals, also referred to as financial professionals. I'm an accountant by trade. I've been working in corporate for over 25 years in business and accounting, and now I have ventured to be an online entrepreneur, but I also do consulting for successful business leaders as well. So I think it's really, really important for people to understand and emerging business leaders to understand their money professionals, not only their money, but their money professionals. So here we go. So the money professionals that we'll cover today, I'm going to be covering 5 simple types. First, we'll cover bookkeepers, accountants, because there are various types of accountants, financial planners, investment advisor, and financial coaches. So let's start with bookkeepers. Bookkeepers are record keepers. They also do and enter the daily transactions in any account for any business for accounting. So again, what do? They are record keepers. They enter daily transactions, such as cash in, which is your accounts receivable, also your cash out, which is your expenses and your accounts payable, any kind of credit card transactions, payments, and banking as well. And a really good bookkeeper can do pretty much everything up to an accountant's work. And some of them can even do an accountant's work, even though they may not have that title or even the designation. So there are definitely some great bookkeepers out there. Certifications, most bookkeepers either have a college certificate or a diploma. Some people have done online programs as well, and that's all great. You can also be certified bookkeepers. There are associations in the various countries that have bookkeepers. Um, Definitely make sure that you're looking at the bookkeeper's experience, the number of years they've done, whether they've done only manual transactions, if they've done some new online transactions as well. That's really important. Make sure that when you are looking at a bookkeeper that you get referrals and references. Word of mouth is definitely key. And if someone, I'm sure if there's a business owner, a business leader that has had a bookkeeper that's no good, they're definitely not going to recommend them. Or that, will be your red flag right off the bat. So in terms of cost, it definitely depends on how much you need from a bookkeeper. If you're just starting out, you might not need a lot. If you are a small business, depending again on your size and the number of transactions, you might need a part-time bookkeeper. Of course, as you get into bigger companies, you're definitely going to have probably a bookkeeper and an accountant. So the range for a bookkeeper can range from $20 to $50. It depends on their experience. It also depends on how much you need done. Some may also charge a minimum monthly fee like $100 or $200 a month. So definitely make sure you inquire about that as well. Some of the bookkeepers do work alongside accountants at their office or may also work with accountants as interns. So again, these are just things to consider when you're looking for a bookkeeper. So accountants are the second type of money professional that we're covering today. So accountants, what do? Accountants will take over the work after the bookkeeper. So after all the data has been entered into an accounting system, the accountant's work begins. Accountants are definitely do a lot of analysis of data, work with that, and also create financials. They are very analytical. They will do all the reporting, advice on things, prepare taxes, and again, financials. Again, we covered this, reporting of financials and taxes. They'll also advise on things like taxes, depreciation, whether you should buy or loan a car within the company, and all the specifics on financials, which can, there's all kinds of things we can get into in terms of the financials. Another thing they may also do is auditing. Again, it depends on the company size, and it also depends on the type of accountant that you have. So there are different types of accountants. There's accountants that work in the industry that work for and manage big, larger companies. In my experience, that's what I've done. I've worked as a senior management and controller for Fortune 500 companies. And that's exactly what I did. You know, you can have anywhere between a 5 to 10 or more department for accounting, which has usually, you know, an accounts receivable, accounts payable. You might have someone in payroll depending, maybe a general accountant under you, you know, that kind of thing. You could also have an accountant that's in the industry that's like a CFO, certified general accountant as well, certified um, CFO, so Sir, um, Chief Financial Officer. My apologies. That's what I meant to say. So, you know, when most people think of accountants, they think of the tax accountants and the public accountants. But I wanted to specify the different types of accounts so people are aware. It is no different than there is definitely different types of lawyers. There's different types of engineers, different types of doctors. So it's no different with the different types of accountants. Most people just don't know that. Public accountants, like I mentioned, they usually help small businesses. They help with their taxes. They typically will do audits as well. So that's what the public accountants do. Public accountants don't go in and manage your business for you. Typically, you would hire an internal accountant for that. So just to be clear on the differences. Tax accountants are, they're very specialized. They deal mainly only in taxes. They know the ins and outs of the tax laws and the tax books. They are very, very technical in terms of the tax information. So if you are, you know, if you're someone who's making quite a bit of money as a business leader and or your business is, you know, into the multiple millions, you would definitely want to make sure you probably need a regular accountant, but you'll also need a tax accountant to really ensure that you are minimizing your taxes and that you have the right strategies in place in all the different areas. So what should you look for in an accountant? One thing that's very, very important is the experience and the specialty. Again, I explained, is it an industry accountant that they have that experience? Are they a public accountant or are they a tax accountant? Those are just a few examples of different types of accountants. We could get into all kinds of other details, but definitely look at experience and specialty. You'll also want to make sure that when looking for an accountant, they have a certification. Not all are certified. And you'll also want to look for referrals and references, very, very key and very important. You'll also want to make sure that they are very personable and can teach you and help you to do things, make things very simple for you to understand, and that you guys are relatable. That is so, so important. It's no different, that any other professional that you would hire to, help you in your household or in your business. Again, if they're personable, they'll explain things very simply. They will be likable and make you feel very comfortable. So important. So in terms of costs, you definitely want to make sure that you ask what their costs are. And, this is something that's going to be typically it's a one-time thing. If you are going to be utilizing them, if they are a public accountant, it might be a once a year. If you have an internal accountant, then they might be on the payroll. So again, it depends on what they will be doing for you. The range can be anywhere between $100 to $1,700 for a small business. As an example, you could have, for example, a small income tax as a business owner that might be $170. If you had them doing a full year's bookkeeping and accounting, it could run about $1,700. These are very approximate numbers, and also medium-sized companies that I've worked for. I've seen where they hire a public accountant to do the audit and reviews, and that is typically $10,000 and up. So the next one that we want to cover, the next professional, is the financial planner. And, what do? They deal with individuals and companies. They help to review your current and your financial situation. So this is typically the situation, again, an individual or you as a company, and typically they will deal with both. They will help you set up a financial savings and investment based on your future goals and where you want to be. And they're very specific. They can help you with specific planning, such as retirement and estate planning as well. And advice, obviously, on different types of investing. So in terms of certification, they don't have to be certified. I would definitely, however, ensure that they are certified, that they are a CFP certified financial planner. So it's very important to look for that. You can find these also at your bank, which is what I have. And in terms of cost, again, if it's at your bank, typically here in Canada, anyways, my bank, my financial planner is part of my banking, and it's free. I don't pay to see my financial planner. Some places that have financial planner separate commission, they are commission based typically. Sometimes there is a conflict of interest there, so you definitely want to consider that. And also their fees could be based on hours. The investment advisor is someone who they specialize. They're also called financial advisors. Actually, I wanted to mention that. They're definitely advisors of securities, stocks, and investments. So this gets really typically very complicated. Basically, they will tell you, in very plain English, they will tell you where to invest your dollars. In terms of certification, they should be registered under the SEC. And then the final money professional that I want to cover today is the financial coach. Basically, they will help to guide you with your personal wealth and your investments. They do help individuals and companies, and they also help to review your current financial situation as well. They'll also help you in specifics and details of your personal and your business. And basically, a coach will help you with all the details. You're paying them to help you. So they're not, there's no conflict of interest typically on that. They're not getting paid on the investment that you're putting your money into, for example. So I like them because they are non-biased, look at your wealth and your financials, and they're usually teachers and really explain things very, very simply. So they're definitely very good to have if you just want to learn, again, and how to do this from an individual and a company perspective. In terms of cost, it could definitely run you about $100 to $5,000. It depends. 5,000 would be like an annual. Basically it would be their coaching fees. So they may have like a monthly coaching package. So that's something you'd want to inquire about. In terms of certification, they don't require a certification. Most coaches don't. There are a lot of coaches who are certified too. So I mean, that's something that you'd want to refer to, but definitely look for referrals and testimonials. That's very, very important. The other thing that you'll want to potentially have is someone who is a financial coach, but also has some credentials. So for example, with me, I do help people with money mastery. I'm also a professional accountant. So not only, and I'm also a money master at my own game. So, I can help people with their financials and their wealth anywhere from A to Z. So the more credentials someone have, the more that you're going to benefit from them. So that's just the end there of my mini training. I hope that's helpful for you. If you could just like and comment below, I'd really appreciate that. And if you are getting this through an email, feel free to respond to the email and let me know how, if this was helpful at all. And again, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe as I help business leaders to create success in their businesses. All right, thanks for watching this, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.